Meghan Markle hate Christmas because she has a quote unquote holiday special coming up where you can see a multitude of obviously Christmas related decor, decorations, and traditions. And yet, never once does she utter the word Christmas, nor does the show itself seem to reference the obvious holiday that Meghan Markle is celebrating. It's a bit ridiculous and reveals, I think, how soulless and joyless Meghan Markle's projects are because all she had to do was say Christmas. But of course, as ever, Meghan Markle cannot do the most obvious thing to help herself. And the ratio for this latest show, I think, definitely reveals that this will crash and burn like all the others. And we'll also go over how the royals, of course, are going to get the last laugh out of all this. But if you guys haven't been to Royal News Network before, my name is Brittany. I do provide compelling royal commentary. So please hit that subscribe button. I would absolutely love to have you back. And if you haven't signed up for my Substack yet, you definitely should. I will be doing sort of a wrap up of all the royal news. It should go out today, but there's actually a lot going on today. So I wasn't able to finish it up. But if you want little blips of what all the royals are doing and what we covered on the Crown Report, feel free to check out the link down below for that Substack. And of course, you can still get the RNN necklace as well. But let's go ahead and go over this latest trailer because I have many ideas flowing through my mind. And we do also have to talk about Meghan Markle basing a fake turkey because I 100% imagine that her latest little attempt at marketing for As Ever reveals all of the problems with this brand. This brand is failing. This brand is going to fail. This brand is not going to succeed. I would almost basically bet my life on it at this point. And Meghan Markle can't stop making obvious PR blunders. And this trailer reveal, of course, is the latest. And it's the latest because tonight was a royal variety show. And of course, this trailer happened to come out right before Catherine and William arrived. I didn't think about that until others mentioned it. And I'm like, yeah. And Harry, just like a week ago, claimed to the world that, oh, no, he's not trying to compete with his brother. He's not trying to compete with his brother. Well, then why is your wife revealing her trailer on the same day as the royal variety show? This is obvious stuff. I just want to say again, that Harry and Meghan act and their team act as if it's like a surprise that things seem to clash all the time. Well, that's because of you. The royal calendar, of course, is set months upon months and months in advance. So the royal variety show, they'd probably know the date for next year because they had to reserve the Royal Albert Hall. So this idea that it's some sort of mystery when things happen for the royals is just absurd. And Harry and Meghan's team, shame on yourself for attempting to basically blame the royals for your own principal's blunders. But of course, Meghan's not going to win here. Catherine looked absolutely smashing in this velvet green dress, which was absolutely phenomenal. And Meghan looks sort of terrible in this show. And you can feel the contrivedness. You can feel how terrible this is. And of course, the biggest flaw and why I think this is going to be another soulless, joyless entry into Meghan Markle's filmography is that she refuses to acknowledge the holiday that she's actually freaking celebrating, which is Christmas. This idea in certain circles, and I would say, now this isn't always the case, but broadly very liberal elite circles that somehow you need to say holiday because, people celebrate other things. But when you watch this show, it's obvious what Meghan Markle is celebrating. It's obvious the tradition she's trying to explore. It's obvious the thing she's trying to do. It's freaking Christmas. And unless Meghan Markle has a game that includes a dreidel and a menorah, it's absolutely absurd and stupid to call this thing a holiday special when it's obviously Christmas. So let's go ahead and get into this. Yes, I have issues with this because I just find it so exceptionally dumb and silly and pointless and self-defeating and all the sorts of things. Now, I did look this up, and this series, guys, will only be a blessed 57 episodes. Sorry, not 57 episodes, 57 minutes. It'll only be 57 minutes long. And oh, the joy, ladies and gentlemen, the joy. You feel it. I mean, again, newsflash, you don't.
I love the holiday season.
So, again, number one, she's calling it the holiday season. Meghan, call it Christmas. You're in a Christmas tree lot talking about just simply the holidays. If she calls it a holidays tree, I'm going to scream. Just going to tell you right now. She calls it a holiday tree, I will scream.
It's about finding time to connect with the people.
Oh, we have to kiss because, and it's interesting. I paused right here. She's attempting to look lovingly, and he's looking lovingly at the bowl. This is not like the magical moment you think it is. He's not maintaining eye contact. He literally looks back to the food because that's what he cares about.
People we love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Embracing.
So, oh my gosh. Like, she must be kind of, and I hate to say it because I'm not really trying to be mean, but she must be a mother who sucks the joy out of everything. Because look at this mug, with which Meghan obviously wrote, "Dear Santa, I have been, or we have been, good this year. So something travel safely and enjoy. XO Archie and Lily." So she can't even let her own children write a note to Santa. This is terrible. I honestly think this is a bit terrible. Just let your kids do it. Like, I think Meghan's thing, everything has to be perfect. We go back here too. Cookies for Santa, carrots for the reindeer, in Meghan's fancy cursive, because everything must be about the stupid fancy cursive. I swear, she must suck the joy out of everything in life.
Embracing traditions.
I like this.
So she's saying embracing traditions, and she's in a Christmas tree farm, and she won't freaking say Christmas.
There we go.
And making new ones.
What new ones? Well, I guess she had to create all new ones, Meghan Markle, because you and your husband have no relationship with either of your families. Congratulations.
It's pretty jolly.
Oh, 'tis the seasoning. My gosh. Her idiotic food puns. Please save me. Save me. Save all of us from this sheer level of stupid. Creating food puns, Meghan, is not that impressive. Like, please stop. Please stop.
All you're here.
Craft. Let's craft. Let's craft. How much crafting does Meghan do? I'm going to say it's a big fat old 0 unless the cameras are on her.
Heyo.
It looks so boring. This holiday season, call it Christmas, people. Again, if you want to call it holidays and do something for Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, whatever, fine. But it's obviously Christmas. And if this show was debuting in November, so if it was debuting, let's say next week before Thanksgiving, sure, call it the holiday season because you can kind of combine those two holidays together. But this is obviously all about Christmas. Just say Christmas.
It's so pretty.
It's so pretty, but it's just devoid of any meaning. And I would guess this is AI.
So easy and elegant.
Easy? Really? Like, is that going to be all that easy? I don't know about that. Like, that looks a little bit ridiculous. It looks like she's putting in a wine bottle.
Elegant.
Elegant. Meghan doesn't know the meaning of the word elegant.
It's better the next day, and everything turns red.
It's so festive.
You can even tell she hates this show.
Being a hostess or a host, it's about making people feel comfortable.
Nobody feels comfortable with you, Meghan Markle. That's why you don't really have any, sometimes long-term friendships. That's why all your family goes away and everything. You don't actually want to make people feel welcome. You're kind of absurdly, in many ways, we've seen this before too. She's absurdly overbearing. Like, she wants to put a hot water bottle in your bed for you so it can warm up your bed if you're her guest. Number one, if I have a guest staying over, I want them. If they want that, they can do that. Or I can offer an electric blanket. I'm not going to sneak into your room and put something in your bed. That's weird and creepy. That's what that is.
You can do things that
Okay, and obviously, this is Advent. Like, this is an Advent calendar thing.
make people feel a little bit more seen. See?
Nobody seems seen with you, Meghan Markle. What are you guys talking about? Meghan Markle actively goes out of her way to demean other people, allegedly. So does she want to? No, she doesn't want anybody to be seen. She wants to be seen. It's all about her.
Let the festivities.
So the dress she allegedly stole from the Variety photo shoot, which I would not be surprised because, again, she's been alleged to have stolen quite a few of the pieces that she wears of various things. And this is a table from the preview. And honestly, again, it looks boring and banal. There's nothing special or interesting there. Anybody with half a brain can do that. If you're going to, again, pay somebody to create a show, they should almost be over the top because that's what you want to see, not something I could, again, whip up in 2 seconds.
Commence and embrace the special touches that bring you joy.
I don't know. I don't think Meghan brings that much joy, and I don't know how I don't think she brings much joy to people.
Should we
Holiday celebration. No Christmas. Come on. Look, it's a Christmas tree, Christmas garland, Christmas stockings. Just say Christmas.
see if this works? There we go.
2, 3.
Oh! There we go.
I'd be really curious. Now, I did find this really interesting too, that they're really trying to push the products. Again, because the products aren't selling. I think the only reason that those products are there is because they're not selling. And she did finally get one thing to sell out, which was the As Ever raspberry spread, like the initial thing she shared. Like that was the only thing that sold out, which I find just like really funny that that's the only thing she can get to sell out, because I don't think any of this other stuff is really doing all that well. So if you see it here, there's the sold out. Anything else selling out? Nope. 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 And again, goes to the idea that she is using the scarcity tactic. And that's a really defeating tactic at the end of the day. So the other thing we need to check out here real quick is the ratio. So we have right here 2,600 down votes to 654 up votes. So let's do that again. And yeah, that's not good for Meghan. Goes again to show that people just don't really like her. Nobody's interested in this. And especially I feel like without actually recognizing the holiday you're allegedly celebrating, again, it comes across as very strange, very like attempting to be inclusive, but you're obviously not. You're obviously celebrating one single holiday. And I will say again, I don't feel like anybody should have an issue with that. Because if people are celebrating the holiday that they celebrate, like if I say Merry Christmas to you and you say Happy Hanukkah to me, awesome. Yes, we do not share holidays, but I hope whatever the Hanukkah spirit is, I hope you feel it. I hope you feel the Christmas, like I hope you think to me, oh, I hope she feels the Christmas spirit or something. Like I feel like that we have to tiptoe around certain things. It's just silly, especially when it's like you're obviously celebrating it. Everything in that preview seemed to reference Christmas. So why not just call it Christmas? Because you're obviously not doing, again, setups for Kwanzaa and everything else. And then, guys, we get the latest As Ever email, which is, of course, I always find very fun because they're always horribly written and horribly constructed. And I want to share with you one thought here as we go through this. And I will attempt to look it up and see if they put it back. But I saw this on when Paramount initially posted Meghan Markle's episode. They posted an additional, I want to say it was about 10 minutes of material that wasn't actually in the show. And in that 10 minutes of material, Meghan admitted on camera that she did not actually cook turkey last year. She actually ordered out her Thanksgiving. And Meghan, again, has shared with us how she likes to plate nicely takeout. I would argue this woman, again, is selling a brand where she herself doesn't actually cook her own meals and her husband's meals and her kids' meals. I don't think she cooks that much. This is why we don't even see her cooking that much. She doesn't do it. She's ordering out. And yet, she is giving us sage advice for your Thanksgiving feast. So this came yesterday. So we have Meghan basting a turkey, and we'll go and look at the Instagram video too. But number one, I want to tell you, I would almost bet you infinity that this is a fake turkey. This is 100% a fake turkey. She is basting nothing. So they've also made an interesting change here, which is to actually bold certain things. I think I suggested that before, but you can actually see again, I feel like how Meghan strips the joy out of everything, which is that what she doesn't seem to totally understand is that most people don't want to hear endlessly about her family. I don't see how that's of all that interest to, let's say, me as a consumer is, oh, those strolls with Archie and Lily running in tow. Oh my gosh, I realized that rhymes. Oh my gosh. Please, for the love of God, learn how to write marketing script. Oh, and it's written in the third person. So let's just read it. When it comes to our founders' favorites, the delicate, herbaceous flavor of sage ranks high on the list. Again, Meghan likes to use like $5 words or whatever, or like $100 words or whatever the phrase is. I can't remember. So she likes to use very complicated words. Number one, everything should be written on an 8th grade level. That is how news is written as well. News is written at an 8th grade freaking level. I had to look up this word because I would imagine it has to do with herbs. And I was, of course, right, because it's herbaceous. But you don't need to use this word. I should never, ever, 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 ever have to look up a word in a marketing email because I'm not sure what it is, because it's so ludicrous and nobody would ever freaking use it in a sentence. Like, would Meghan ever actually say this? No, of course not. Unless, again, she wants to sound smart. It's kind of like Joey on Friends. There's this episode where Monica and Chandler are trying to adopt some kids. And so they asked Joey to write a letter of recommendation for them. And at first, it's, let's say, very, very formal. And he used the thesaurus about every single word. So even heart became like, oh, I can't remember.
Oh, they are warm, nice people with big hearts. And that became, they are humid, prepossessing Homo sapiens with full-sized aortic pumps.
And so it's like, this is what I feel like Meghan is doing. She's trying to pump it up by using a thesaurus. Now, there is a place for that, but it should not be to such an extent that you're literally trying to come up with the most absurd words you can use, because I just don't think anybody is going to like it. Well, I should say I don't like it, and I think it's absurd. Anyways, why do you ask? Well, those photos you've seen this year on our Instagram of Meghan walking through what seems to be lavender, which its gorgeous purple hue, actually share the beauty of the flowering sage. Fun fact, the variole is called Santa Barbara. Okay. Again, grammar. And I am not the best person ever when it comes to grammar, but this is driving me nuts. So there should actually be a period here after sage. And if you're going to capitalize fun fact, it should be a whole new sentence with the period inside the parentheses. Like, you should put a period there. And are we really looking at Meghan's Instagram that closely to know like what the flowering sage is or whatever? It's like kind of creepy. It's kind of like demanding you go back through and look at our Instagram. Look at Meghan. She's strolling through sage, don't you know? Those strolls, which Archie and Lily running in tow, her husband checking on the bees, Paula chasing the ball with Mia trying to keep up. Blah, blah. And I feel like we have those strolls with Archie and Lily running in tow is like supposed to rhyme and then it doesn't rhyme anymore. That's dumb. She can't write. Those were the sun-drenched moments that made an everyday walk something more magical. And that sage, that purple, that scent around the garden was always there in the background. Okay, why do we give a crap? Why do I care what you freaking smelled on your $16 freaking million mansion in 3 acres or whatever you have? Why do I care? I don't care. Nobody cares. This is a stupid anecdote to add that doesn't add anything to her brand. So Meghan started drying all the different varieties of sage she was growing, bundling it as gifts, cooking with it, infusing it into oils, indulging in the sage-infused honey her bees were busy harvesting. Sure, whatever. Are her bees actually on her property? I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. We never actually have watched Meghan walk out of her house and walk to her beehives. They might be somewhere else. And do I believe Meghan was drying it and using it as gifts and all these sorts of things? Well, it might be if she was trying to save money and giving you her dead flowers, sure. And so begins our Montecito Thanksgiving love story. Okay. When dreaming up the holiday collection months ago, and again, you can call it a holiday if you're selling it before Thanksgiving, kind of wrapping it in. Should be Christmas otherwise. Meghan imagined what it would taste like to have saged honey drizzled on her Thanksgiving turkey that she doesn't make. And ta-da. Again, the woman didn't make Thanksgiving meal last year. She admitted that. What is she talking about? Here we are, a stunning sage honey, aromatic and earthy, Epicurean. She's used that word twice now. Again, this is a ridiculous thesaurus word that like most people would have to look up. They wouldn't automatically know it. Again, 8th grade level, Meghan Markle, 8th grade level. It doesn't make you smart to use a big word. Actually, the best writers can actually turn a phrase with very simple language and make you feel something because they're good writers. A thesaurus does not make you a good writer. Finding a big, multi-syllable word does not make you a good writer. It's the flow. It's understanding how to communicate with people in the simplest way possible and yet give them something of depth. Again, you seem like Joey from Friends, who has to use a thesaurus for every word in order to make himself sound smart. So we'll go back again. Here we are, a stunning sage honey, aromatic and earthy, Epicurean in its depth of flavor and elegant simplicity, inspired by the treats she enjoys at her home with her family. Our sage honey is now available for your holiday table to beautifully dress your Thanksgiving feast, either on the bird or on the vegetables, or in a vinaigrette, or as a spoonful in your tea. This special honey is the top holiday tip you'll want to share. Enjoy. Sage, it's all the rage. Don't miss out. Again, these kind of dumb food word puns that she likes to do. I feel like she overdoes it. And if it was somebody else, to be totally honest, I might go, oh yeah, it's kind of clever. But honestly, because Meghan Markle does something like 'tis the seasoning, I hate it. So here's the honey, which I think you can't buy one honey. You have to buy both honeys. Oh, no, you can buy the sage honey, which also is not selling, for $32 if you want. I have a massive thing, like probably triple the size of that in my kitchen that I got for $11. So here's the recipe for sage honey glaze. Ingredients, 1/4 cup of sage honey. That is basically that whole thing. Hold on, let's see something. So 2 fluid ounces. So you're down basically by 1/5 or 1/4 of your honey doing this. Just pointing that out there. If I was going to do this recipe and it called for a 1/4 cup of sage honey, I would use a different honey because that honey is freaking expensive. And I'm down now 1/5 of it by just doing that. So it says 1/4 cup of cooking broth reserved from your turkey or chicken, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, salt and pepper, crushed red chili flakes or fresh herbs to taste, lemon halved. Whisk together, la-di-da. Again, this woman is giving you a turkey recipe, and she did not actually make Thanksgiving last year. Again, not going to stop talking about that because that, again, deserves to be talking about. And I just popped up on Instagram and we have, guys, of course, another photo shoot for Meghan. And she's acting like, guys, this is like the biggest thing ever. Oh my gosh. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Meghan, we've seen this all before like a gazillion trillion times. You've done infinite. She's acting like this is her first interview ever. Oh my gosh. There we go. Thank you, Harper's Bazaar US and Samir and this extraordinary team for a special and unforgettable experience. Meghan, you've done photo spreads 50 freaking times now. It's not helping you. Stop acting like you're doing something interesting. You're not. You've done the same thing 50 times. My gosh, woman. Oh my gosh. It's so dumb. It's so annoying. She's done this 12 times. Okay, anyways. So we're back now. And of course, I think I talked about this maybe a bit on the live stream. This is totally devoid of joy and dumb, this bit here. I don't understand what she thinks she's doing. I can't even see where her product is, if she's even putting her product in there. So it means nothing. So here is the turkey basting. We're doing the basting. Our table is set with a seat just for you. Where's the turkey recipe, Meghan? You actually have to be on her email list to get the recipe, by the way. So like, oh my gosh. Oops, sorry. We got to watch it again. Oh my gosh, guys, she is making a bow. And is she making the bow correctly? No, she's not. And so, she's basing a turkey. Who bases a turkey like that? Nobody. Is she actually basing a real turkey? No, that's not a real turkey. That is, I would bet you anything in the world that is not a real turkey. And it's like devoid of color and everything. Why she does that, I don't know. Like, it doesn't make your products more appealing, Meghan Markle. Again, she doesn't really understand anything, and it's kind of funny to watch her, but also, like, really annoying because you also think to yourself, hey, there are some really competent people out there who don't get the opportunities she does, and she's giving you slaw. But why are the royals going to get the last laugh here? Well, number one, this trailer dropped right before, of course, the Royal Variety Show. But the Royal Variety Show is always going to kick Meghan off the front page. Like, nobody cares. It maybe steals attention away from a little bit. And now we had this other bit about Meghan where she's attempting again to steal a lot of the limelight. But will it really work at the end of the day? No. She looks kind of, again, dumb, I feel like, for overly celebrating a stupid freaking fashion cover. Who cares? Who even buys Harper Bazaar anymore? Do they even have a print version? I don't know. I don't know. You've done this endlessly. And that's what makes this all just sort of, it's cyclical. It's all totally frivolous and pointless. But let's go ahead, guys, and reveal why. Meghan, of course, her show is going to fail. Harper's Bazaar isn't going to help. As ever, the products aren't going to help. Her show is going to get totally knocked out of the spotlight almost immediately because it's launching on the day of the German state visit. And the first date of a state visit is usually always the banquet night. And how awesome would it be? And I'm doing a video where I'm going to explore what tiara options I would like to see Catherine wear. But if Catherine wears a new tiara, or if she even just wears the Strathmore Rose again, which we kind of sort of barely saw the first time. Oh man, Meghan's going to be knocked completely and totally out of the spotlight. I mean, the show's going to fail anyways. It doesn't really matter. But the royals are going to, of course, get the last laugh here. That's who everybody's going to look for. They always look to the royals. It's why Meghan can't attract big names to her projects. Everybody really wants the real royals. They always do. They never want the fake ones. The fake ones, they laugh at them. They laugh behind their backs at them. They think, how absurd is it? You had the opportunity to potentially change the world, and yet you wanted to go down in the doldrums with us in Hollywood. Nobody is really impressed by that. They're there for the drama. They're there in case Harry and Meghan maybe pull something out when it comes to those royal connections, but most people have counted them out and have so for a long, long time. And this latest exploration of With Love, Meghan is going to be an absolute disaster and train wreck. And I think Meghan would have helped herself so much by not being so ridiculous and just calling it a Christmas special, because that's exactly what it is. But guys, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall speak to you again very soon. Bye.